Welcome to Commander Tune-Ups. Today's Grenzo Dungeon Warrior deck was submitted by our Gourmet Bagel patron, Adam D. Rhodes.
In this video, we're going to show you how to get combo pieces, not from the top of your library,
Not
from somewhere in the middle, from the bottom.
It'd be weird if you had to count to the middle. I am your host, Joe Cherries.
I am your host, BZ.
Was that robotic?
I was trying to out-robot you.
Oh.
But we are the Nitpicking Nerds. And before we start, maybe thinking about subscribing to our channel, because we're doing every single commander ranked in a list. It's awesome. It's got a bunch of videos. Go check them out.
And besides, you want to be a subscriber? Because our subscribers are 10% better at being Dungeon Wardens.
Disclaimer, being subscribed to the Nitpicking Nerds has no effect on your ability to be a Dungeon Warden.
You know, my cousin's a Dungeon Warden. That's a lucrative career. She makes 6 figures.
I don't believe you. That sounds
That's right.
like...
I don't have a cousin. You call me out. You knew I didn't have any cousins.
I know you don't have any cousins you talk to.
That's accurate. Okay. Let's describe the deck. What are we trying to do?
Well, we're trying to get cards off the bottom of the library,
Of course.
into play
With Grenzo's ability.
With Grenzo's ability, and we're trying to put cards on the bottom to get up, to put certain ones we want there to get them. That's what the deck's doing, and then it's gonna combo.
Adam's deck is very combo-y, so we stuck to it.
Yeah.
Stuck to our guns.
There seems to be 2 ways that people build this deck. You either build it super combo-y, or you build goblins.
Or you build wacky and you just go, I have no idea what this card's going to be because I haven't been doing any of the setup that we're about to do.
There's a lot of setup in here. So
Probably should read Grenzo.
Total budget is $100. We went with the low. Adam said 100 to 200. We stuck the low end.
We're not trying to bleed you dry, man. We need you to come back for future tune-ups.
Yeah, we need you to come back.
Save your money for the next one.
So why don't you go ahead and read Grenzo?
All right, he's a 2/2. And he costs X, red-black. He enters X +1/+1 counters on him. That's all. You know what? If I was Marshall Sutcliffe, I would stop reading the card and go, you know what? That's already pretty strong, but I think there's more text on it, so let's keep reading. You can pay 2, put the bottom card of your library into your graveyard. Then if it's a creature with power equal to or less than Grenzo's power, you put it into play.
Also, I actually saw this on an episode of Spike Feeders. It is one ability. There's no trigger here.
Nope.
If the card it'll go to your graveyard.
Yeah.
To play without, there's no check in between. It's just like.
So, number 1, shout out to Spike Feeders. Number 2, they can't respond.
Yeah.
If it's something they don't like. It's
funny.
just like Tooth and Nail, where it's like, oh, I didn't know you were going to get Crater Hoof. It's like, too bad, and I already got it.
There was on the Spike Feeders episode, they didn't realize it for like the first time they did it, and then the next time they realized it. It was funny. It made for like a silly little like mistake in the episode.
Spike Feeders, maybe not the first time, but the second time, they're the best guys in the business.
Love you guys.
Love you.
Getting on to what this deck does, we're going to start with our category.
The actual cards in the deck.
So what's our first category?
It's top to bottom. Gay joke?
That's what it says in the script. We're supposed to make a gay joke here.
But I can't. I don't feel comfortable. I'm not gay, so I can't make a gay joke.
As a gay man, I'm not clever enough.
Right. You are not. I'm the funny guy. You're the gay guy.
I don't know.
We maybe combine our forces.
The joke, gay joke, is pretty good. So.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty hilarious.
So we, to this mana base, have some scry lands.
Because scrying is unusually good in this deck.
It is unusually good. Scrying is
fine.
Yeah.
This deck is unusually good.
Yeah, because you're putting cards on the bottom that you can then put on the battlefield.
It's kind of like you get to draw cards, put bad cards on the bottom, but then it's like a second top of your library that only Grenzo can draw cards off of. It's really weird. So you want to scry your creatures to the bottom so that Grenzo can get it back, and anything else that you want, you just keep on top.
So the lands we have are Temple of Malice, which obviously is the biggest
Shoo-in. Zhalfir and Void.
That's a weird card.
It's fine.
Path of Ancestry.
Path of Ancestry. There's a Goblin Tribal theme.
There's a Goblin Tribal
It's
theme.
so good.
And Path of Ancestry is already just a decent card.
Even with 0 goblins, I would put this in because Grenzo, you just choose whatever creature type he is, and he always lets you scry.
Yeah, you choose. What is his other type? I know he's a goblin.
I'm gonna go with he's just a goblin. He's a rogue. That's BS.
He's a rogue. I knew he
It's
had.
like putting an elemental on some amorphous blob. Like, okay, whatever.
Oh, the black. That means the guy that makes goblins and rogues cost 1 less makes Grenzo cost 1 less.
Wow. There's also Viscer's here, which is pretty important to the deck because it is repeatable scry.
It's a sack outlet too.
Plus Grenzo's putting things in place. So that's creatures to sack to scry more. Wart Eye Witch. That's one of our additions. 3 mana 3/2. And then whenever a creature dies, you scry 1.
And it's a goblin, so go with
So
the
it's just
goblin
like,
something.
boom, ding, 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 checking all the boxes.
It checked a lot of boxes. And
checked like 85 boxes.
how about Crystal Ball for this deck?
This is a budget Sensei's Dividing Top, but it's way better than Sensei's Dividing Top in this deck.
I
How
don't
many
know
times
if
can you say that?
I don't know if it's way better. It's
I'm
better.
gonna go with way better.
I think it's better.
Because it lets you go bottom, like useless card, and then a creature you need. Top, bottom, card you want to draw, card you don't want to draw, that's a creature. Or top if they're just like good cards. Whew. Or if you don't have anything going on, it just digs 2 cards every turn. 3 mana artifact, pay 1, tap, scry 2.
That's what Crystal Ball is. So next, after doing top to bottom, we're gonna do grave to bottom.
We like the bottom of our deck.
Gay joke.
I fixed it. No, that's not a gay joke. That's just a joke. Bottom? Everyone has a butt. I don't understand what you mean. As a straight man, I don't know. Now, we have Raito Lantern. Why don't you read Raito Lantern or Raito Lantern?
Is a 2 mana artifact. Pay 3. Put target card from a graveyard on the bottom of his own library.
Wow.
This can double as grave hate, but it's also really bad in every other deck but this one.
It is not good grave hate, but they do double as grave hate.
They do. Like,
Some of these, you can just snipe somebody's reanimation target or keep them from playing it at all.
yeah, I would be annoyed if I had to deal, like if you're playing, like if you're like a reanimate in your hand and they just happen to have 3 mana and a Raito Lantern. It's like,
You're just like,
okay,
Grr.
I guess.
grr. Junk Controller, 4 mana 0/6, tap, put a card from a graveyard on the bottom. We have Epitaph Golem, like a 5 mana 3/5, and you can pay 2, put a card from a grave onto the bottom. And then we have Desecrated Tomb, which is a newbie. I kind of like this guy. Well, Desecrated Tomb is a 3 mana artifact. Whenever a creature leaves your graveyard, you get a 1/1 flying bat. That's going to help us out later.
Yeah, we like bats.
Right. This deck has about 300 million combos in it. We didn't do the math, but it's close to that. So we cut the first 2 categories short, and the next 2 are activating Grenzo, and then we're going to be winning the game.
Yeah, so if you activate Krenzo a bunch, you're gonna end up winning the game because eventually
This deck has such a combo feel.
you're eventually gonna, if you have enough activations, you're gonna hit the card you need, you're gonna hit a combo.
Right, there's going to be too many creatures in play. You're going to get infinite activations or whatever, what have you. We got plenty of that. What's the first one?
Hearthstone, this is the obvious one that goes in the deck. Makes activated abilities cost 1 less, they can't cost less than 0.
Creatures.
They can't-
Of creatures.
Of creatures, and they can't cost 0 because,
Because that'd be crazy. Come on now. All right, Pawn of Ulamog.
to be fair, that would be really crazy.
Pawn of Ulamog is like everybody's new favorite card. It's a 3 mana 2/2. Whenever it or another creature you control dies, you get an Eldrazi spawn. It says 0/1, and you can sack it for colorless mana.
By everybody's favorite new card, which means we've put it in a bunch of decks
Okay,
recently.
no. If anyone has the app Mize Eyes, it has been trending for like 6 months.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I did not know
I
that.
don't know why. It's like $2.50.
Card's good?
It's a fine card.
It's trending because of us.
It probably is because we put it in every black deck.
We do put it in a lot of decks.
Well, we put it in the aristocrat decks at least.
Yeah, anytime we were sacrificing things is a good card. Pitiless Plunderer, whenever another creature you control dies, you get a treasure.
A treasure. And you can just sing that Bruno Mars song. Treasure. That's the only word I know, but it's got treasure in it.
But don't sing it.
Don't
because-
sing it at the commander table unless everybody's okay with it. Out of context advice of the day.
Okay, thanks for out of context advice of the day, busy. Skirk Prospector, Goblin theme. So you sacrifice a Goblin, you get a red mana. Help you just keep activating that Grenzo.
If you don't like Storm, don't think of these cards as rituals. Think of them like bonus Grenzo activations. They're totally not rituals.
This deck is us. This deck is a bottom of your deck Storm deck.
This is it's a veiled Storm deck. You're just like, I'm not doing Storm. Look at this. Oh, sacrifice all my goblins, make 1,000,000 mana. Ping you with creatures we're about to mention.
Go infinite.
Treasonous Ogre, 4 mana 2/3. It's got Dethrone. Nobody cares. Pay 3 life. Make a red mana. Now that's good.
Yeah, I mean, pay 6 life, activate Grenzo when you're looking for a combo.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Workhorse is great with Grenzo because I think it has no power.
It has 0 power. It
So
answers for
it'll
4
come
counters.
out no matter what Grenzo's power is. Enters with 4 counters. You can remove them all for 4 mana. Or remove them for 1 mana apiece. It's not bad.
Ugh, this card.
It looks
is-
so derpy.
This is why Faithless Looting, Cathartic Reunion,
Yes.
and cards like that are in the deck. So when you draw your 6 mana Workhorse,
You
you
can
can,
just go-
throw it in the graveyard.
You don't have to go, why did I do this to myself? You can just go, oh, flashback Faithless Looting. Get out of here, please.
Yes, please get this Workhorse out of my hand. This card is actually horrendous in every deck except for Grenzo.
You know what's weird? Is this deck never wants to draw these. Like, it's funny that you scry it to the bottom because A, you never want to draw it, and then B, it's perfect on the bottom.
Yeah.
Like,
this is
well,
true.
what a bunch of synergy. It's because the card's just bad. And the only way to make it good is to scry to the bottom.
Yeah.
I don't know, something about that's funny. We got
fun.
We got two Manadork, totally not ritual creatures, Priest of Gix and Priest of Urabrask.
I'm glad that you remembered I was Priest of Urabrask.
Yeah.
How would you ever forget? Because you definitely didn't write Priest of Ulamog in the script.
I'm sure we'll eventually get one creature in the cycle. There's the priest cycle.
I just thought it was funny that
Priest of Ulamog is the colorless one.
because I was staring. I didn't read the next line in the script because I was staring at it. I'm like, I know it's not called that.
Yeah.
I know it's not called that.
Well, nobody remembers Urabrask. He sucks. Wait, so what's the Priest of... They gotta be Phyrexian, I guess. You do like Priest of Elishnorn is the white one.
Well, there's gonna be answer Praetors. That'd be boring.
Well, Gix was the first Praetor.
Well,
I didn't even
but,
know
like,
that.
You're just gonna name them after like the Praetors that we have.
No,
Like,
not Shieldred. She doesn't get one because Gix already has one.
Poor Shieldred. Nobody wants to be her priest.
Nobody wants to be her priest.
Winning the game.
Winning the game category.
Yeah, so we're on winning the game here. So this
We're gonna
deck,
try to read these, but like,
this
there's a lot of them.
deck wins the game. That's what it does.
Assemble 3 ham sandwiches, destroy your opponents. It's mealtime.
Here's some of the payoffs for like if there's a lot of ways to get infinite triggers, like death triggers, or
Infinite mana, infinite creatures.
so some of the payoffs for those are Deathbringer Thoktar, which whenever a creature dies, put a +1/+1 counter on it.
And then you can ping things.
Move counter, ping things.
Right. Goblin Sharpshooter. Whenever a creature dies, you untap it, and it can ping things. Thornbite Staff gives that creature the same ability as Goblin Sharpshooter. So when you create these infinite death triggers, you are infinitely pinging somebody.
And then
Like this.
another one, Judith in Zulaport Cutthroat. Whenever a creature dies,
You're pinging somebody for
you're
one?
pinging things. That's all the payoffs.
Oh, wait. More payoffs? Marionette Master. 6 mana, 1/3. Whenever one of your artifact creatures dies, you get to ping people equal to its power. Oh, Sling Gang Commander? I thought you'd never ask. You get to sacrifice goblins to ping somebody. And when you make infinite goblins, you have infinite ways to ping somebody. There's not one more, is there? There couldn't possibly be one more.
What's it? Sling Gang Commander?
I mean, Siege Gang Commander?
Oh, Siege Gang.
You emphasized the wrong word.
Oh no, Siege Gang Commander.
What does he do?
He enters as he's a 2/2
Right.
for 5. When he enters the battlefield, make 3 1/1 red goblins. You pay 2, sacrifice a goblin, deal 2 to an opponent.
Yeah, you shock somebody. Or a player. Or a creature.
All these things can just go infinite really easy with so much stuff in this deck. It's so impossible to like tell you all of them. We're gonna go over some of like the other ones, but like there's just like so many ways to like sack this guy.
Well, I found that it's the easiest thing to do is say, okay, here's the enablers, here's the payoffs, combine them and go crazy. Like, that's all you can really do in a deck like this. You can't sit here for 30 minutes and go over every combo.
I mean,
But we're saying we've given you everything that requires infinite death triggers. So once we show you infinite death triggers, you pair it with any one of the creatures we just listed, and you have a win.
yep.
Oh, this is the easiest win, though. Maybe we should have done this one first.
Well, yeah. I wanted to talk about like all the payoffs and stuff. There's so many ways. This deck just wins the game.
This one has nothing to do with anything, and this one probably feels the most dirty. Kiki Jiki plus Zealous Conscripts. Suck it, opponents. It's my Grenzo deck. Take it. Take it.
Take the most simple combo ever and
Yeah.
die.
Oh, man, that'd be so frustrating if, like, they have a Kiki in play, and you're like, oh, what are they going to do? And they just activate Grenzo and it's Zealous Conscripts. It's like, synergy. But it definitely should be in here. If you're trying to win, this is like one of the better combos you can go for.
Yeah, I mean both cards are good by themselves.
Yeah,
I mean,
actually,
Zealous Conscripts
is pretty good.
is okay.
With all the sack outs in
Kiki
here,
Mirror
no, it's
Breaker
good.
is really good.
Zealous Conscripts let you take their big thing, poke them in the face with it, and then use one of your sack outs to just get rid of it.
I like the idea that you take their big, let's say Ulamog, and he just goes boop, boop, bops them on the nose.
Why is there an Ulamog? Why aren't you dealing with that? I guess you are. You're sacking it with...
Yeah.
How does Viscera Seer eat all that? Eats all his guts.
Viscera
Ew.
Seer, who's from Zendikar, can eat all of Ulamog, and he didn't before?
Wow. You know,
What a mean guy.
bystanders take the side of the offender. Nice going, Viscera Seer. Nice going. What is next? You can read the next one.
Kiki Jiki, Lightning Crafter, and a Sack Outlet.
The Lightning Crafter makes you champion a goblin, and then it taps to deal 3 to something.
Your first one comes in, it's triggered to be sacrificed to itself. Goes in the stack. You activate Kiki Jiki, copy it. You then champion Kiki Jiki, so he's underneath there. Then you sack with the sack outlet. Kiki Jiki comes back untapped. You still have the other one with the trigger on the stack. Tap Kiki Jiki again. Champion with the copy.
Got it.
And just do that until you
Do what he said.
until you've
Do that
won
one.
the game.
Yeah,
'Cause you're
that one's better.
And you're gonna tap it taps to deal 3 every time. Like I actually forgot to say it taps to deal 3.
That's the part I said. So I got one part right of the combo.
Okay, I'm
All
glad.
right, here's another totally random combo, but there's Goblin Tutors and other tutors in here. Murderous Redcap, which is a 2/2 with Persist that ETBs and deals damage equal to its power, which is 2, or with Persist 1. Metallic Mimic, when you name Goblin, he enters with a +1 counter and a -1 counter, thus canceling out Persist, letting you do it infinite times with, you guessed it, a sack outlet.
Yeah, this deck likes sack outlets.
This
Turns
deck
out.
does like sack outlets, and it likes pooping all over your opponents with like 85 different combos. I think we only have one more written down, and this one is probably one of the more common ones where you just assemble like this Rube Goldberg machine of like, I guess you're dead.
All right, so if you have to have Ashnod's Altar for this one.
Okay, that card's good.
The card is good. It's a sack outlet, but also it's your best sack outlet.
What does it do?
In this deck? 3 mana artifact, sacrifice a creature, add Wingding to your mana pool.
We love our Wingdings. Now we're going to need a creature that produces more than one creature when it enters. So Marionette Master produces two servos, yeah.
Sling Commander
Produces 2
CJ
Gobos,
Commander.
produces 3 Gobos, etc. Emrakul's Hatcher produces 3 little spawns.
Yeah, all those cards are good enough in
Right.
this situation.
You need Grenzo, you need your boy, and then you need a payoff.
I'll pay off.
Because what's going to happen is, you, let's say you have Marionette Master. I can't remember all these names. They all start with M. Marionette Master, 2 guys. You sack them both to make 4 mana. Now you use a sack outlet, put it in the graveyard. Use your Epitaph Golem, pay 2, leaving you with 2 mana. Putting the dead creature on the bottom of your library. Then Grenzo brings it back with the last 2 mana. Now you have infinite death triggers. And Marionette Master doesn't care. She doesn't need a bonus like Zulapur Cutthroat. She's just like, okay, you're dead.
Yeah. Or you need the Lantern.
Raito Lantern.
Raito Lantern, whatever that is. You need that.
One of those 2.
Or yep. So you can put them onto the bottom of your library and just poof, go crazy.
Boof.
Yeah, and you gotta say boof.
If there's one thing this deck does, it's go crazy. I feel like if you play this deck too often, you might just steamroll everybody and then get mad.
Or just I feel
Depends
like
on your meta, obviously.
I
We don't know your meta, Adam, but we tune up your deck. What did it cost? Like $70? Easy peasy.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy. What about that CMC? What do we do with that?
What about that CMC? So it was 3.54. Not bad. But now it's 3.35. Strictly better. Strictly lower.
Strictly lower is definitely right.
That's what we would do. We changed a bunch of lands. I wanted good red-black duels. We cut the number of basics. We had the budget for it. Myriad Landscape is insane.
No, but the real reason we did that is because he was playing Field of the Dead. Okay.
Pro tip from us.
Pro tip: if you play Field of the Dead, start with a snow covered of each.
Yes.
Because
Add 1 snow covered of each because it's free roll.
it is a free roll, and then from there you probably you want to minimize basics in a deck like that because you want Field of the Dead to be as good as possible.
Field of the Dead, I've played with it. I can actually say it's pretty good.
It's also just good in this deck. If I was going to add tutors to this deck, which one of our restrictions on this deck was
Lay low on the tutors.
lay low on the tutors. I would add artifact tutors because you want Ashnod's Altar a lot in this deck.
Ashnod's Altar is very good. Like maybe we would add. You know who's probably good in this deck is Goblin Engineer. He could put Ashnod's into the grave. I would also maybe go for Gamble. Straight up, that card's very good.
Yeah, because you
Demonic Tutor, obviously. Like yeah, that'll just tutor up an
yeah,
artifact.
if you were gonna add more.
My
tutors to
favorite
this deck.
artifact tutor, Demonic Tutor.
But this deck does have my favorite tutor currently in EDH, Scheming Symmetry.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Inventor's Fair.
Yes,
That's an artifact tutor.
it is. I was talking about Scheming Symmetry. I really like that card.
Fine. Maybe we could put an expedition map in here too, because that does find Inventor's Fair. Maybe some other version of this deck probably has that in it.
Yeah.
You need like Cabal Coffers or something weird.
So
But that's our deck. We're not talking about some fake deck.
Yeah.
This is our deck right now.
this deck was really tuned. To be fair,
It was. We had 22 changes. We did okay.
Yeah, but a lot of them were just the land base.
8 or 9 of them were.
The land base was fine. If you didn't have Field of the Dead in your land base, we might not have touched your land base. We just tried to make.
No, I
Field
would
of-
have touched it. There's too many basics. 19 basics? It's too many basics.
Okay, that's fair. There was probably too many basics in the deck. But other than that, I mean, the mana base was still fine. There was a lot of good.
Yeah, I mean, I cut Rakdos Carnarium. I wanted to add.
Well, you hate Rakdos Carnarium. You
I
hate
hate those
Karoo
lands.
lands.
Well, I didn't see any synergy, so I just cut it. Myriad Landscape, staple. Path of Ancestry and the other Temple of Malice, actually good in the deck. Dragon Skull Summit is just like Sulphurous Springs and Luxury Suite. Those are just really good duels that should be in there. So
Yeah, they all work out in this deck.
I like Luxury Suite. That art is cool.
I like the name Luxury Suite.
Yeah, and you can be like, sweet. It's a very real thing. And it makes me laugh when I play it in Magic the Gathering.
That's a Luxury Suite? Yeah.
Just a real thing that exists everywhere.
I imagine that in this Luxury Suite there are orgies. Whenever Black Red I always imagine that Black Red has orgies.
Now you know what we do in our spare time.
That's what I imagine. I don't know. Rakdos has made me always. I've put that in that Rakdos would be a very sexual group.
The second time you said this. Now.
I know, but I
you
think.
Want to just make a Rakdos video? You can get it out of your system?
Yeah.
Okay, this video was brought to you by our 21 patrons?
21?
It's ridiculous. Come on, guys.
Or is it 22? This video is brought to you by our 21 patrons. And we didn't accidentally say 22 at all, because you can't see that. We love every single one of them. How much though?
Okay, so we love them enough that they feel flattered, but never enough that they feel uncomfortable.
Yeah,
it's the maximum point. It's like the limit approaching uncomfortability. That's how we love you.
I like it's like curving away.
No, it's not curving away. It's only getting closer, but we don't have the military grade camera to capture that.
They can never get closer. Well, I guess technically when you push your fingers together, they're not actually touching. I've heard something like that.
Excuse me?
I don't know.
That's crap. Okay, that's stupid. It's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. And with that, I think we're gonna leave.
I can't leave because I'm dying. Peace out, Drive Scout.